Hey guys, xefour here again. I'm here with my friends, Friendly Fox,
Hello.
and iSpawnin.
Hiya.
So we had a conversation earlier which we recorded and it went way too long and we ended up losing the intro to the video and the first part of this video, so I'm just going to quickly patch this in at the beginning of this video. This is just a new style of what I'm trying to do here. It's a little bit difficult for me to get the studio style content on simply because of time constraints and things like that. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, and if you are in Australia and you do have a PlayStation and you would like to join in one of our podcast chats, please just hit me up on PlayStation, PSN, xefour, and we can go from there. But basically the next part of this conversation is going to cut in abruptly. Essentially we were talking about the Xbox Scorpio forthcoming and the PS4 and what makes you choose. You know, I came from an Xbox 360 and I chose a PS4 because it had the most power and nothing else. Everyone else seemed to have a different reason, whether it was brand loyalty or it's just what they knew and so forth. So yeah, please check out the rest of the video, and apologies for cutting that off. Yeah, hopefully that won't happen next time, but cheers guys. So you're there for the social. You don't care about 30 or 60 FPS or that kind of stuff.
For me, not as much.
Okay.
I mean, graphics are nice, but for me, graphics are like the end all.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And what about you, Spawnin? Like, do you care about? Because I know you play COD and all that kind of stuff. So they're notorious 60 FPS shooters. Like that, you know what a good frame rate that makes a difference, right?
Well, yeah, it would be nice to change over to an Xbox, especially if I could get a better frame rate. Even if it's not the best graphics, I wouldn't mind switching, but at this point in time, it also depends on my budget.
It's funny that you say that. And sorry not to cut you off, but you just said something I've been thinking is that as a gamer, right, let's just say, because what Destiny 2 is on PS4 Pro is they're like, okay, yeah, we're running it at 4K, it's gonna look so sick, but we hit 30 FPS. Like, they kind of discussed that, the guys at Bungie, the reason why they said the PS4 Pro just didn't have enough horsepower. But would you be prepared to sacrifice graphics quality for a frame rate upgrade? So if they said, okay, we're not going to do 4K graphics, we're going to do HD graphics, resolution, but we'll give you 60 FPS, would you rather that?
Yeah, I would rather that.
I would rather that, and people don't seem to care. I just don't get it. I don't know, maybe I'm a weirdo, maybe people don't just care about that in general. That means
I mean,
so
but
much to me.
isn't a thing that's also going on how, say, if your game's only running at a certain frame rate, then everyone else will run at the same frame rate as well?
Yeah, this is one of the problems. So it seems that the new way they're doing console generations is like, I think I said this before, it's like smartphones. They kind of do this incremental upgrade, and what ends up happening is, because in the past when you get a new console, you remember, like, you have to like get a new console or your old games wouldn't work anymore. It was like a complete facelift, right? And that was good, because that means, well, in a sense it was good, because that means when everyone gets the new console, everyone plays at that max performance and it's the same. The problem is with this new generation is they're giving you half steps. So you go from PS4 to PS4 Pro. So that means if they have to release games that work on both, and the old generation ends up holding back the new generation. So if they drop a game that cannot run at 60 FPS on the PS4 base but can on the PS4 Pro, the PS4 Pro will not get a 60 FPS, because it's like, oh well, that's unfair to the PS4 gamers, which is, when you think about it, it's kind of retarded. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, if the base PS4 can't hit the high frame rates, well then we're not going to give it to the Pro, and it's kind of like, then why did we buy it? Why are you like doing it? It would just be better to give everyone the same thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a weird situation. I don't know. Like I said, everything's kind of changing. Everyone's saying, oh, this is the last time, you know, the console makers are going to release a console. And like, I think it's just a very end of time. But like I said, like for you guys, that might not bother you. For me, it really pisses me off. I just feel kind of ripped off in a sense. But who knows how things are going to turn out. But okay, well look, Xbox Scorpio aside, like, you know, obviously the people listening in on the channel won't know, but I've known you all, both you guys for many years now. The way we all met each other was through Destiny. So, you know, as time's gone on and we've all become good friends and whatnot, like, you know, obviously the Destiny community's kind of faded and, you know, it's not what it used to be, and with Destiny 2 around the corner, did you guys both happen to catch not just that reveal cinematic trailer, but did you guys happen to catch some solid gameplay and anything like that?
Yeah, I watched the live stream.
Oh, you watched the live stream?
I've got the link. Yeah, I watched the live stream for the strikes.
What did you think? What was your first impression? Like, were you just frothing or?
It does look like Destiny 2 just looks like an exact copy of Destiny 1, but all the bugs they've just fixed.
It's funny.
Everything that was wrong with it, they've just fixed it.
I think they said people make the joke that Destiny was a beta, and it's like Destiny 2 is like Destiny 1, because they kind of really worked out a lot of the kinks on us. But is that like a definite yes? Like you're both gonna get it, without a doubt?
I've already pre-ordered it.
Okay, so that is a
I'm
definite.
thinking of getting it for sure.
Yeah. See, and this is the thing now. I'm like, I want to pre-order it so I can have some beta access. But what console do I order it on? Do I order it on PC?
Yes.
See, that's the thing, man. Look, honestly, if it's limited to 30 on Scorpio, I'm just gonna get it on the Pro, simply because it's, you know, your friends are there, the community that you play with is on there, and it's the thing. It kind of makes me a bit angry because why should we have to choose? Like, do you know how easy it would be for them to enable crossplay? Like enable Xbox and PS4 players to play with each other at the same time, play against each other.
Yeah, like they've already done that with Xbox and PC. For some games, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think I was. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
I think I was reading somewhere where they've enabled it where you can switch between PS4 and PC. I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they were saying they'll let you like switch between your characters on the two platforms. But Microsoft said at one point where they were like, okay, yeah, we're prepared to like open the doors so we can all have cross-platform gaming, but of course Sony doesn't want that because they're winning, so that's not in their best interest. But I don't know, I looked at Destiny 2 and for me it looked exactly the same as Destiny, just with a fresh coat of paint, but it looked sick. Like the new maps, the new missions, I can only imagine what the raids are going to look like and stuff like that.
Basically, it'll just be a bit of a refresh.
Yeah, I think there's some new mechanics and stuff like that, but I think the one thing I'm really super excited about is the social stuff. They've actually like fixed all that stuff. You know how you used to have to go onto LFG and look up groups to play with and stuff like that. They've really fixed up all that stuff, which I think is probably one of the biggest holes I've found. Is like you jump on Destiny at some random time, like it might be, you know, you have a day off and it's like the middle of the day and it's like no one to play with and all that stuff. So they've really started to kind of put people together, which I think is pretty sweet. But other than that, you guys looking forward to anything else, or is that pretty much like you feel like you know what to expect?
Like just looking forward to say Destiny 2, or just things in general for
No, just in Destiny 2. Like, you guys got any other thoughts about it, or what do you think?
Just to see basically where it goes, see if it's actually a good lead on from the original.
Yeah.
I hope it turned out okay. I hope that Bungie's kind of learned from their first game. It is, I understand it is kind of crust how it kind of feel as if we're all beta testers.
Yeah. Like, I think it's good. I'm confident it's gonna be a good update, but I guess I'm still a bit stale. Like, for me, in 2017, a game that doesn't run at 60 frames per second is just a joke. I don't know, like I said, I know I'm different, and not many people seem to care about it as much as I do, but for me, you know, when I'm investing a ton of money to get a big ass 4K TV that can run, you know, HDR and can run everything at super high refresh rates with low my thoughts are getting middled up, like low input lag and things like that. I'm spending on a 7.1 surround system. I want to take advantage of that. Like I said, you know, I got the Xbox One S because it can play those really cool high definition 4K Blu-rays, and man, my partner and I, we've watched some 4K Blu-rays, and god damn, they just look so good. Like, you just can't go back. But yeah, we'll see, man. Like, E3 is only a few days away, and they said they're going to drop pretty much all the knowledge about Scorpio and what's going on with that. Either way, I'm going to get it. It's just, I'm just trying to figure out which way I'm going to go, if I'm going to buy Destiny 2 on the Sony or on the Xbox. You know, like I said, so if Scorpio does drop at 60, see, it's like, I don't know if you guys get it, but for me it's like, okay, well, I've got all this really good equipment, and if I want to use it and make use of it, I've got to get a Scorpio, because it's going to have a higher quality look, better resolution, it's going to run at a higher frame rate. But then if I want to play with all my friends that I've built over the last, how long's Destiny been out? 4-5 years now? I got to get...
Why not?
At least.
Yeah, so if I want to like maintain all those friendships I developed over the last couple of years playing Destiny, I gotta get a Sony. It's just, I don't know, that's just my thing. But yeah, anyway, time will tell. I guess it's exciting to get a new Destiny and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, anything else, anything interesting you guys been looking at lately or anything like that before we wrap up?
Well, I want to go off with this thing you said before about spending a shit ton of money on, say, like a 4K TV.
Yeah.
And everything like that. It kind of goes the same with me, because with the amount of, because I have a lot of expensive gaming equipment, but half the time I can't use it because my computer can't run it.
Yeah.
So
see?
that
Doesn't
then links back to it having to spend like $1,000 or $2,000 on a decent computer to actually run it.
Yeah. When you say like equipment, do you mean like monitors and headphones and stuff like that, or what are you talking
I mean
about?
like microphones, capture cards, just and then
Yeah.
just like actual software on the computer that I can't run because my computer's out of date.
Yeah. And see, yeah, that's the thing. Well, you guys don't live on your own yet, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying in general, for me, I've lived on my own for a while now, and you find when you move out on your own and you get your own place, you know, you get your own lounge room and you want to deck it out how you like it. So obviously, for the first, you know, when you're setting all that up, a large chunk of your money is going to go towards spending on, you know, amplifiers, speakers, big TV, all that kind of stuff. So, as I said, when you get a really good setup, you want to like, you know, maximize the way you can use it. Does that make sense? What I'm getting at? And I just feel like this is a bit of a letdown. It's like I could go get a sick PC, hook it up to my TV, and play Destiny on my TV at 60 frames per second, possibly more, and it would look insanely good, and it would run insanely good. And I just, like I said, for me, it's like if I'm forking out for a PS Pro and a Scorpio, I know that pisses me off if I can't get what I want out of it. But that's just me being a little baby, I guess. But yeah. But anything else you guys been interested in lately? Anything else you can think of you want to discuss? Anything else you want to bitch about?
No, everything like up to this point in time is pretty bitchy about.
What about you, Friendly? I know you've been looking at a new phone.
Yes, in a way. I have been saving up for a bit now.
That's right, we were talking about that the other night.
The iPhone 8, actually.
Yeah.
The iPhone page? Yeah, that's the length model we were talking about for pretty
Yeah.
much in terms of if I buy the latest one, so if I like the iPhone 7, pretty much in a few months' time the price will go down. It kind of sucks in a way because
You kind of miss out because the way Apple structure their pricing is how much it costs. They don't lower their pricing over time. So if it costs $1,000 the day it comes out, it's going to cost $1,000 to the day the new one comes out. So like this close to midnight in terms of when they're releasing the new phone. I just don't think it's if you don't mind waiting a little bit longer, you'll probably end up paying the same amount, but you'll have the latest phone because we're getting to the end of the hardware refresh cycle. But it'll be interesting to see what they do. Like I'm a big Apple fanboy, and everything I have, I've got like iPads, iMacs, MacBooks, all that kind of stuff. So I really am heavily invested into the Apple ecosystem, but I have to say, for the first time in a long time, Samsung's like really tempted me with that S8. I think it looks pretty sweet. I don't know if you guys have seen that, the new Samsung.
Yeah.
It's a nice looking phone. I bumped into one of my friends the other day who had it. It's the same kind of form factor like the Candy Bar, but it's just all screen. It's really nice. But yeah.
Weren't they talking about introducing that with the new iPhone for respect to the new screen?
Yeah. Well, look, Apple doesn't really comment until it's out. That's just their thing. They're very secretive. But the thing that I find funny is it's like, if Apple do come out with a phone that has a very similar kind of look and feel to the Samsung phone, everyone's like, oh, they copied Samsung. The thing I think a lot of people forget is that they don't just like make these phones 3 months before they come out. Like they're 2 or 3 years in development, like before the phone comes out. Like they actually spend like millions of dollars in research and development and testing, and they get like the most high-tech advanced technology at the time, and it takes maybe 3 years till it becomes like cost-effective enough to actually release it to the public. So these things have been coming down the pipeline for a long time. I remember when Steve Jobs died, there were still phones being released that he had his hands involved in for years after he passed away. That's just the way these things kind of work. But yeah, man, it's an exciting time. I guess we're pretty fortunate. We're very lucky with so much choice and all that kind of stuff. But I guess my main bitch is just Destiny 2. Because, we're all gamers. We're playing Destiny right now, and I don't know, the community's pretty much dead. You can come on any time, and there's like never anyone playing anymore. So it's kind of gotten to that point where it's like, okay, well, you just do it for the love, just for the catch-ups and stuff like that. Like, I don't know about you guys, but it's pretty much why I'm on here. Yeah, like if you come on and play, it's good for special times. But yeah, actually, I did want to ask you guys before we get off. What do you guys think of the Switch? Are any of you guys going to invest in the Nintendo Switch?
Nope.
Not your thing? Because apparently it's selling like nuts. Oh, I just killed myself.
Reason being for the Nintendo Switch, it shouldn't have been a handheld. It should just be a console that you plug in.
You know what? It's funny that at least in my circle of gaming friends, everyone I've spoken to said that does have it. It's like, oh, it's never going to be on dock. It's always going to be in the dock. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, like it's supposed to be docked. They just leave it there and use it as a typical traditional kind of home console. But did you guys ever have a Switch? I mean, not a Switch, the Wii U?
No, I've just had the original Wii.
Do you use it?
I would if I had the problem with that.
You bastard.
No, I left the batteries in the controller when they corroded.
Oh, wow. So you're telling me if your controllers still work, you would still turn on your Wii and go and play?
Yeah, because I have some games on there that I enjoy.
Okay. I had a Wii U for a while. I bought it second hand online, and honestly, I got it with Mario Kart 8. I played it till I pretty much finished Mario Kart 8, and then I just never played it again. It was just too slow. It just wasn't powerful, and I'm surprised. But yeah, I just thought Nintendo were a bit stupid with the whole Switch. Like, the one thing Nintendo has, the only thing that I want that Nintendo has is their characters, like Mario and, you know, Mario 64, that's it. That was like one of my favorite games. You know, imagine if there was like another console that came out that was just as powerful as these ones we have, and it had everything, all the cross-platform games, but it had Super Mario Kart and Mario and all the, you know, the Nintendo games that they have. Like, I would so get the Nintendo, and that would be my one and only gaming machine. Like, you know, imagine if they brought out like a Nintendo Scorpio style console where it was just super powerful, could play everything, but you still get your Mario and all that stuff. Like, that's just a no-brainer for me, but I'm not sure.
These days, game companies are very competitive. So, pretty much what will happen is they'll compete with one another for different customers. That's the problem, I find.
I feel that Nintendo's kind of tapped out. They kind of know that they can't just... Because, let's face it, Xbox and PlayStation are basically the same thing, aside from exclusives. Like, they pretty much do the same thing. But Nintendo's kind of, you know, they've had to tap out, and they have to do something different to kind of stay alive. Like, to be honest, if it wasn't for the PlayStation 4, Sony probably wouldn't be around anymore. Like, they're struggling. The PlayStation's the only thing that's really keeping them going. But yeah, I don't know. I was at the local gaming shop a few days ago, and I had an opportunity to kind of get my hands on the Switch, and you know, I thought it was cool, but I just couldn't see myself picking it up over my Xbox or my PlayStation. You know what I mean? Like, it just, yeah, I don't know, it wasn't compelling enough for me to go, I don't know, even the games are a bit young people. I don't know, that's just my opinion.
Nintendo's just one of those companies that just likes to focus on advertising for, say, teens, like people under the age of 16.
Yeah, I feel like they're much more family and kid friendly. That's their kind of thing.
Yeah.
They try to focus on the family side of stuff.
And they'll focus on their own franchise too.
Well, that was the thing that I was trying to get at, is like, give me a Nintendo that's like just as powerful as the other consoles and can play Call of Duty and Battlefield at 60 frames per second, but you can still play, you can get the brand new latest Mario and Mario Kart and all the Nintendo franchises on there. Any day I would buy a Nintendo. Like, that's the one thing, in my opinion, they have up their sleeve, is that because Sega's not around anymore. Sega, however you want to say it. You know, I still crack out my Dreamcast every now and then. I love my Dreamcast. I love Sega. I wish they would. Yeah, if they came back, I would buy anything they sold simply because it's Sega, and I think a lot of people would. They don't realize that how much brand loyalty they carry. But, it's one of those things, man. Like, you know, they just kind of fall flat on their ass, and yeah, they're gone now. But I don't know. That's just the way it is. But I really do. There was rumors at one point when they were going to bring out a Dreamcast 2. If they did, oh man, that would be just so epic. Because like, that's what I was kind of getting at, is they brought out like a high-powered Sega system, and it could play all the cross-plats, but it had like a brand new, you know, 2017 Sonic the Hedgehog on it in 3D. Oh, forget it. That's my... You know how you have like a primary console? That's where you buy all your cross-platforms on? Like, I've got the Xbox and the PS4 Pro, and I always buy my cross-plats on the PS4 Pro, and only because it plays the games better, it's more powerful. But the minute, you know, the Scorpio comes out, all my cross-plats are on Scorpio, but yeah, if they had like a Nintendo or Sega like that, hang on. But, yeah, other than that, you guys, any new games? I know you said you played Horizon Zero Dawn a bit, you finished that?
Yeah, I finished that quite a while ago.
What was that like?
It was a pretty good game. The storyline behind it's amazing. The detail of the game overall was really good. The only thing that is significant maybe is they might do multiplayer. Because once you've completed the campaign and all the side quests, there's nothing to do.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. So like, that's it. Like, it's pretty much a dead end.
Yeah. You can continue playing and just kill things, but besides that, there's nothing.
Oh. So they are bringing out multiplayer, right?
I hope so. I haven't heard anything about it.
Oh.
Probably read up see if there is anything.
See, that's another thing that shit me is like they bring out these marquee games, an exclusive PS4 title, you know, and everyone's like, yeah, but it runs at 4K or it's upscaled checkerboard at 4K. But I'd rather 60 FPS. Imagine, I've seen some of the videos on YouTube, and you're just like, oh, if this game was at 60, god damn. I actually would have bought it if it ran at 60 FPS. I seem to be the odd one out. Not everyone seems to care about the frames per second as much as I do for some reason. But, yeah, oh my god. This guy needs to get out. We just lost
and we're all dead.
Oh, it's hilarious. Just so...
Best way to end it.
We're getting smashed in a strike at the moment, but yeah, any other games you've been playing friendly? I know you've been looking for something new. You're a bit stale at the moment. You're kind of focusing on your music mostly, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you should plug your channel.
I should what, my channel, sorry?
Plug your channel.
Plug it?
Yeah. Oh, just like promote your channel a bit. So, for those of you,
What do you mean?
Okay.
have you guys never heard
I
that
see what you mean,
that
sorry.
phrase before? That term, like plug your channel.
Honestly,
Oh, okay.
That's new to me.
Oh, really? Maybe it's because I listen to too many American podcasts or something like that. It seems to be all
Okay.
the rage these days.
Okay, I see. it's good.
My bad. Yeah, so for those of you who are listening, yeah, Friendly Fox has he does a lot of stuff with music. He's really creative, and he yeah, you're pretty regular with your updates on your music. Hey, you're always like every other day I log on YouTube and there's new tracks and stuff, and you seem to be going pretty hard with all that right now, right? How's all that going for you?
Yeah, I'm still enjoying it. I mean, it's a small channel, but I enjoy what I do. Writing music. I enjoy it. Pretty much, I'm doing a bit of collaboration at the moment with Lucia.
Okay, how's that going?
Too, and yeah, just enjoying it.
Just enjoying the process. I've been trying to contribute a little bit. Like I've got some old school amateur guitar skills from back in high school. I used to play a little bit, so I've been breaking in McAllister's on my fingers lately. So I've been trying to write a few riffs, but I forgot how much your fingers hurt when you haven't played the guitar for ages, and then you start trying to build up all the calluses again. It's just crazy. But, you seem to be going pretty well with all that stuff, though. Anyway.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you guys are listening in, check out his channel. It's is it just Friendly Fox or?
It's Friendly Fox. You can also look up Friendly Fox Sands of Time or Friendly Clockwork. Pretty much, I go by a cartoon fox, pretty much.
Yeah, and if you had to recommend for people if they're gonna go check out your channel, if you had to recommend one song that they were gonna listen to, what one would you suggest?
At this point in time, I would say Clockwork.
Yep.
Considering it has to be the most liked at the moment.
Okay.
It's instrumental. I'm not the best singer in the world, but it's just me.
Are you just focusing on singing at the moment, or
just anything melodic based. Like I don't mind singing a track. I find that that will create a lot of meaning for the song in particular.
Yeah.
Using my
There are no
singing
further
some of
traces
my
of
tracks, and I
harm.
find that's really cool in a way.
Well,
Oh,
she
sweet,
comes
man.
back.
Well, what I'll
Just,
do... yeah?
Look at us.
Go ahead.
Omnigle's neutralized.
Just
and
enjoying my
everything have to
hobby,
lift
and
finger.
yeah, I don't know what else to say. Sorry,
No,
xefour.
no, that's the best thing you can do. Just
I'm not
enjoy
used
it, man.
Good to hear from you.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
I'm not
Well,
used
look,
Come back, Guardian.
being put on the spot.
it's all good, man. Just to plug your channel. Well, what I'll do is I'll put a link to your channel in the description if people want to check it out. What about you, Luke? Do you still do your YouTubes and stuff like that?
I'm hoping to get back into it soon, because I need to
okay.
actually figure out how to connect my computer back to the Wi-Fi.
Oh my god, that's just terrible. We can talk about that
too
later.
bad.
Well, guys, I also wanted to put a bit of a reach out there to anyone who does listen in. If you're an Australian and you've got PSN, you know, feel free to add me on PlayStation. I'm always looking for people who are keen to talk about technology and gaming and anything like that. We can do a video like this and yeah, have some wonderful arguments. I like talking with people and hearing what other people have to say. But yeah, thanks for listening in, guys, and yeah, stay tuned. We'll get some more videos up shortly. And as Friendly Fox would say, returning to orbit. Peace.